Typically, as the economies evolve and mature, 3 to 4% of a country's workforce makes a lifestyle choice to be temps. In the Indian context, being a temp is still not a lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
You know, it is a requirement from the corporate end and gets driven accordingly.
Yeah.
You know, while we only have about a 9 million employment in the private sector, organized private sector, we have a huge workforce which is in the informal, unorganized sector.
Yeah.
And the whole attempt on temping is to move this informal, unorganized sector employment
Yeah.
into the organized play.
Yeah.
So today we have about 7 to 8 large national organized players. Most of the global players are already in play in the Indian context. And you know, on a cumulative basis, there are about 4 lakh temps out there in the organized space. But the potential of the industry is a few million.
Yeah.
So I think on the temping side, we have not but scratched the surface of the opportunity that exists.
What's your outlook on that in terms of, global players, Indian homegrown, mom and pops? What?
Well, you're asking a homegrown player who's held out against the global competition and have managed to retain our number one
Leadership.
position.
Absolutely.
I think as long as we have a focus to the space and we have a long-term approach and make the necessary investments in people, process, technology, the aspect of scale can be managed and will be managed well from a delivery and quality perspective. And I think that has really been the strength of TeamLease in the overall play out. So every time the global majors have entered, and we keep saying that India will be a consistently warm market.
Yeah.
You need patience and persistence for the long run. It will never be a hot market. So our belief is that when the global majors enter, and they always threaten us with deep pockets that they have and the size and scale that they have in the global perspective, all of that is not necessarily transferable into the Indian context. So you have to evolve your platforms as different from what has existed globally. And if you don't send your best shots to doing that, you lose that opportunity. That is an element of opportunity lost for the global majors in that context. So I think the scope for Indian players who have vision for the long run, who have interest to scale and build the business and play to the scale and volume that it provides is definitely an opportunity for the picking.